Let's go. I had another property to see which I had to cancel because they don't allow pets. And then I had another one which, what happened? Oh, they rented it out, so I couldn't see it.
Oh, bummer.
So I got to see one, but I got a good look at the area and stuff, so it's cool. It's a really nice area.
There you go.
Yeah,
So where are you at now with that mindset of it all of, possible move or
kind of lost. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll find out. I'm still looking here as well, looking at options, working my contacts to see if anybody has anything that might pop up, because the rental market's insane. I don't know if it's the same in the US, but just to give you an idea, the prices for rentals here have gone up dramatically compared to what they were used to before. So to give you an example, like, I don't know, like 2 years ago, I rented out a property for $425 a month, which I know for you guys isn't a lot, but here, bear in mind that the average wage here is like $24,000 a year, $30,000 a year. So it's not huge.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So $425, that was like your average kind of thing, like 2 years ago, and now we can't find anywhere for less than like $700, $750.
Wow. Yeah, that's big.
So I know, like, I'm making more through Revshare and stuff, and sales come every now and then, which is cool, but it's still a big chunk out of what I'm bringing home at the moment. Because there's 5 of us at home, we got a lot of expenses as well.
For sure.
So it's a struggle trying to find somewhere reasonable. Do we stay around here, keep the kids in school, or do we take them out of and then we just go somewhere else? Like, what do we do, kind of thing? So there's a bunch of things that we're juggling at the moment.
I think all rents are increasing, and we're seeing it a lot. And it's because of the market. We're lack of inventory. It's the same thing. Even though we deal primarily with sales, when we're in these situations or our clients are in these situations and they have to rent, they're out the roof. So that's always a conversation that we have. And you got to weigh your options and figure out what's best.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna let Steve in. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Just freeze.
When are we gonna make some dials? Okay, that's what we need to be doing. Playing around, Justak.
I can't say. As soon as you call me out, I can't hold it.
What? We need to look at our schedules. What does the rest of the day look like for you?
Partly cloudy, about 75, 77 degrees out here. It should be a lovely day. I'll tell you that. Lovely day.
It's better than 95 degrees. Okay.
Yeah.
With a heat index of 108.
I have no clue. I'm inside and we've got the AC blasting, so I have no clue what outside really looks like. And I've got dark curtains. No clue. It could be snowing right now. Snowing right now at 100 degrees. No idea.
How are you, Ian?
I'm doing very well. How are you, Steve?
Do you have the power to mute Jason?
He has the power to unmute himself. That's the problem.
Brothers, I'm happy to have you guys meet. Steve, Ian's like my brother, man. He's been with me for a long time and rocking it out in Spain. And I mean, you've seen him on the builder calls, on the leader calls. We were all on those. And just as those kind of diminished, we just said, hey, let's start doing this podcast. And we keep it super simple, man. And it's just laid back. We used to have more of a script to it, but we wanted more of that relaxed podcast style. And that's what we do. We just start talking and just having fun. And Steve, Ian, I got to know Steve through those leader groups. And then last year at EXPCon, we got to hang out quite a bit. And cool. And then he dressed up as Michael Myers from the Halloween movies, and we went around and interviewed people.
Close to Halloween.
It was close to Halloween, so he's walking around EXPCon interviewing people. It was awesome.
That's insanely coincidental also because Michael Myers is my all-time favorite horror franchise, horror/slash
Nice.
franchise, and I just started getting them through them again this week. I'm on the second one, so that's that's completely coincidental that you said that.
Wish I would have known. I would have worn my mask today.
I know,
right?
Yeah, in my house we're huge Christmas fans, and my kids are already looking at Christmas movies on the TV, and I'm like, no, Halloween comes first. Once that's done, we go through Michael Myers first, and then you can watch all the Christmas movies. So.
But what part of Spain? Where you at again?
I'm in southeast in Alicante, in the south of Alicante.
Okay.
So,
nice.
Yeah, no, super hot market here, pretty much all year round. I would say that I think it was 51% of buyers here are actually not Spanish.
Are they Brits? What are they? Are the Brits still buying there?
They're still buying, but not as much as they were. Now I would definitely say that the Belgians are number one.
Really?
Yep. Belgians, Dutch, Norwegians. We're seeing a lot more Polish, a lot from the US also, but Brits, I think it was after Brexit, really did drop down.
Right. Where are they going then? Like Albania, Serbia? Where are they buying it?
The Brits?
Yeah.
I think the majority of them went back to the UK.
Probably
buying,
Florida.
Is there a hot market now though for the Brits over there in Europe anywhere? Like where?
They're probably buying in Florida, Steve.
Well, they were, but not as many as they used to.
Right. I mean, we get a lot here investing in the area, but they because of how the Brexit thing's set up, I think they can only get like 90 days outside.
That's it. Right? Yeah.
So,
gotcha.
They still buy
here,
but yeah, that's good for us, definitely. But the people that were living here, I think they got scared with what's going to happen and how things are going to play out with their like pensions and whatever else. So they just went back out of fear to the UK.
Nice. Get rid of the Brits, man. That's it. Love it.
Yeah, we still got a lot of them come over though for the 90 days, and a lot of them still look to invest in the area and stuff. So it's cool. No, it's a very popular market. I think it's like the third or fourth hottest market in all of Spain. So it's cool. It's a very nice area. Very hot though, for my liking anyway.
I've been there years ago, long time ago. I used to go down to Malaga.
Yeah. That's
summer's down there, Torremolinos, around that area.
Yeah, I think that's the number one hottest market in Spain at the moment, is down that way.
Is it really? Wow. Yeah. So I moved over here 32 years ago. Wow. And then all the Brits started following me, and that was it. Yeah.
Wait, so
trying to get away from
them. Says the man with the Arsenal poster in the background.
That's the only thing. Yeah.
Where are you based?
We're in Orlando, right outside Orlando, Ian.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
nice.
So, like a suburb, Kissimmee, St. Cloud.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. That's it. What's the topic for today? What are we talking on? It's just whatever, right?
Well, here's the thing. So Ian was doing some awesome stuff on Revshare. He was going through numbers, and he was comparing last year's numbers to this year's numbers, and just on his Revshare. So,
right.
So we want to kind of recap that for Steve, and then we can kind of just take it from there, and we just kind of float topics. So whatever comes up, have some fun with.
So I was curious about the last half of 2024 compared to the first half of 2025 in Revshare. And it was actually you, Jason, that gave me the idea to kind of compare, because you have it all written out on your board, like 2024 each month, and then the Revshare made, and just make the comparison to see what the difference is. And I saw that my increase, comparing the last half of last year to the first half of this year, my Revshare business has increased 101.99%, so it's doubled. Which,
Nice.
I'm still here. Okay. Which is insane to think about, because for me as well, I haven't increased agent count that much. I'm currently 23. And it's been floating around 20, but the business has increased over 100%. And Jason was just asking also, talking about how we need to think of ways or look at how to increase Revshare through the months where things get quieter, like maybe Christmas and New Year and stuff. And I was just thinking, maybe it's not so much about, because my business has increased over 100% and I haven't really given any incentive to my agents for that to happen. The difference is the agents are just better. So I've lost a bunch and then I got a bunch. So my agent count's the same, but I'm making double the Revshare.
Well, where did you get those better agents from? And you need to do more of that.
Well, I don't think so. It's so in Spain also, just to give you an idea, in Spain in August, everything shuts down. Everybody goes away. You can't get a mortgage anywhere. It's very difficult to sign a house, a sale, because everyone's just...
Oh, siesta.
What is it, like a 4-month siesta?
Pretty much. August, just everybody disappears.
Wow.
And it's very difficult to get stuff done. You can still do it, but it's just, maybe it's a little bit slower. It doesn't, happen as quick as normal. And people don't really want to do anything. So, and I was looking at my August so far is pretty good. There's been a bunch of agents made a bunch of sales. And that kind of put it into perspective for me. It was like, I can try and do something to help my agents make, like, I don't know, I could do like a contest or give away something cool for the agents that sell the most or whatever, something like that, to create a little bit of healthy competition within the organization.
Yeah.
But I haven't needed to do that, and I don't really need to do that if I don't want to, because it's already changing, it's already happening, and it is just purely the quality of the agents.
Well, and I mean, look at it this way too. I mean, who doesn't like a little incentive, to say, and that's where I think we step in as leaders to say, hey, yeah, they're doing a great job. But as business owners, especially as now we break this down, Steve, you've got what, 40 plus agents in your Revshare?
Around 40, yeah.
Yeah. And then Ian, you're at what, 30?
23.
So it's one where you start looking at these numbers, you're seeing a change. And even Ian, I would even challenge you to go back to January 2024 and then compare it to January 2025 and look at it instead of comparing last quarter to first quarter of the, pretty much the last 6 months, which you could do that. But I think it would be more beneficial to go year over year. And that way you could see that dip. So even when hey, in August may take a dip, you're looking at things differently to say, hey, how do we increase it as a team and get them excited about, hey, I could still make sales in Spain? Or do you look outside of Spain and say, hey, well, the United States is selling, or France is selling, or Egypt, whatever country, what's their business model? Are they working? Maybe I extend over there. So yeah, you just got to look outside the box. And then I love the incentive piece, because I think it could fill a lot of gaps for our own businesses too.
Do you think it would be cooler to, I don't know, I said cooler, smarter, to incentive, to try and get them to make more sales, which obviously affects our Revshare directly, or to bring on an agent or two?
Say it again.
So, hey, I'm going to give this MacBook that I have, brand new, still in its box, to either the agent that makes X number of sales in the next month, or the agent that brings on X number of agents in the next month. Which one would you think would be, I don't know, does it come down to like personal preference, or is it smarter to do the Revshare for the long term?
Yeah, I mean, what if you say a MacBook costs $800? What if you divided that in half, 400 and 400, to say, hey, what can I buy? So you could do both, saying now you've given everybody two different styles of options, right? They could either sell or they could bring somebody on. And then, that's where you want to brainstorm and break it down. Steve, do you do any, I know you have a direct team. Do you do any incentives, stuff like that, competitions internally?
No, we don't do enough. It's not systemized. It's hit and miss. We'll just do it as we think of it, which drives me crazy. So, yeah, there really should be something like if you bring on an agent, you get X amount of the first 3 transactions, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There should be.
But I mean, do you ever run contests? You don't run any contests for even like calls? You do like dial nights and stuff like that.
We do. We have a call night coming up on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you give like whoever gets the most calls gets a soda pop or something?
We did $500 cash. Whoever makes it first to 22-minute conversations.
Yeah, that's and it's stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about, those incentives. Cool. I mean, it's something that brings, saying, cool, I'm doing my job and now I got a free little bonus. Yeah. Right? Isn't that a mindset shift to say, oh, if I try a little bit harder, I can $400, $500, whatever. And then in turn, and again, with Steve, you're the team leader. You run your team. So dive into that. So what does it look like for you? If you're saying, hey, I'm willing to give my team, how big's your direct team?
6.
Out of the 6 people, one of them is going to earn $500 on Thursday from this call night, correct?
Well, we have some outside people, broker agnostic. So it's possibly, yes.
Okay. We'll say yes for simple math here.
Okay.
And so somebody's walking with the $500, but that's where we want to say, as a leader, you're giving up the $500. So how do you get that return? What's that return look like, Steve?
I'll probably be out half of that because we have a lender sponsor.
Okay. So, all right. So you're out $250, but what about your return? How are you recouping this $250, even $500?
On possible transactions because of contacts from the call night.
Exactly. So you have, and again, I'm going to use the 6. You have 6 agents from your direct team making calls. If let's say half of them, 3 of them get appointments out of this, what's your average price point in Orlando, Florida right now?
$390.
Call it 400.
Yeah.
400. So, and they get a 3% commission on each one. That's $12,000. And then minus the team split, you're probably making your money back pretty quickly, right? On that $250, $500 investment, right, Steve?
Agreed.
All right. So that's where I'm talking to Ian to say it's the same concept to say, hey, how quick is that return? So even if it's a $400,000, $500,000, how quick can we get that return back? And that's where you want to dissect it to say, on an agent attraction piece, it may take you a little bit longer to recoup, right? Yeah. And that's okay. Just because of how EXP is broken down, it may take some minutes or some months, I should say. But if you end up doing production, you could potentially see that a little quicker. All in the form of revenue share for Ian and I, because we build our organizations. We don't have the direct teams. So it's just how you want to look at it, how you want to work it.
The Revshare piece would definitely be long term because the $500 incentive could bring on, let's just say, 2 agents, which over the next 6 months make God knows how much in sales. Maybe they hit their cap or whatever. But then one of those might bring on like 50 agents. You just don't know. So
sure,
it's a long term. I don't want to say gamble, because we're not really gambling, but you don't really know what's going to happen because it kind of gets out of your hands with the whole multi-level stuff.
I'll tell you this, Steve and I make a lot of calls. We gamble every day with those calls, don't we?
That we do. One big gamble.
One thing that I would be afraid of, and I've heard this a bunch from other agents in other organizations, is they choose a sponsor and then they complain about a year after or 6 months after or whatever, because all the sponsor wants me to do is bring on more agents. That's all they care about, is just agents and agents and agents and agents. And a lot of people complain about that over here anyway. So I wouldn't want to become one of those, because I know that that's just not what people want, because we're here to sell real estate. So if I was to do anything like that, it would probably be for sales to begin with. And then the incentive that I have for the Revshare is basically the 95/5 system that we have, Jason, with we'll just do all the work and put the agents under you.
Yep. Well, and again, that's where you want to be a leader and understand what's important to people in your organization or your team. And they want to do sales. Cool. I need higher numbers come November, December, January. So sell. You guys do your job. And and that's what it comes down to. That's how I look at it. You want to do it? Cool, do it. I'll incentivize you to do it. And that's even like what Steve was saying with the call night. I'll give you $500. You guys, whoever gets the most appointments. Is that what it's based on, Steve? Most appointments or dials?
22. First one to 22-minute conversations. But you could do appointments. Yeah.
Yeah. You could break stuff down so many different ways, right?
Yeah. A bunch you can do it. I don't know. It'd be cool to do something. Do you know of any other organizations that do something like this, or I don't know? Do any other
in terms of incentivizing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. There's some teams that do. So I don't have it in front of me now, but they'll incentivize if they speak to an agent and that agent joins, and they'll give them. One guy was doing $50 or $40 for a meeting, and then $100 if they join, and then X amount for every transaction for their first 3 transactions.
Oh, wow.
There's different ways you could break it down. Like you could do, this is what he was doing. He was paying for just the introduction. So if you book the appointment, he would pay you $30-$40 for the appointment. 100 and something if they join, and then X amount if of their first 3 transactions.
And incentives in this instance, especially like with the revenue share, Ian, like you said, agents may not get on board with it, but it's to spark that interest and to get them a taste. And if they get one agent, and then just like Steve was saying, how this other guy breaks it down, well, cool. Hey, I could get $30 and all I got to do is tell them to meet with them. Oh, wait, I got $100 because they joined, or, whatever. And then you're getting rev share on top of it all, so that's again, how you want to run a business a little differently, is to focus on what they need, like we're saying, production, but then let them get a taste of something and let them think about it. What would be valuable? Is it $30? Is it $50? Is it $100 just for an appointment? Now you got to look at it, man. If I'm getting $100, I really need to close these, right? That's on you. So you still got to be smart on business.
Yeah. Now my main focus has massively been on putting agents under my agents in the last, I don't know, the last few months anyway. I honestly can't remember the last time that I brought on an agent on my tier 1. I have 11, I think, on tier 1 at the moment.
Awesome.
Apart from I'm not counting any like co-sponsees. Yeah.
Quasi-sponsees.
So
how does the commissions work over there in Spain or in Europe? Yeah.
So, like just in a normal sale, or you on about like EXP split, or
Normal sale.
the focus is mainly always on listings.
Mm-hmm.
And although they are open to collaboration, what most agents look for is to list the property and then promote that property to bring in the buyers, and then they also handle the buyer side of the same property.
Sell it direct.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so
what percentage of transactions are sold direct?
I would say over half.
Okay.
I would say over 50% are directly with because there's a huge mindset change, especially when you move from like a normal brokerage to EXP, because here it's all collaboration, which I would assume 100% of the EXP agents would prefer, because I much rather 50% of something rather than 100% of nothing. And total commissions, it just depends on the market. Could be like smaller markets could be 3%. It could be 4%. I usually go for about 4%, and then 5%, usually in bigger cities and stuff. So
okay,
but,
so the average compensation is 4%, and then that would be split unless you're selling it directly.
Yeah, then you would get all 4%. And then now we're starting to see in Spain buyer's agents, so people that charge the commission to their buyers. So I'm happy because I don't need to split my commission from the seller, because it depends on where you are, but the market that I'm in, for example, we don't do buyer's commissions at all. The commission is always paid by the seller. So if I have a buyer, and this is what happened to me last week or the week before, I went under contract with buyers of mine, but I'm getting paid from the other agent who's being paid by the seller. I charge nothing to my buyers.
Right.
Depending on where you are, that's normal. There are some places in Spain where they do both, but yeah, I would say typically like 4% is the normal.
So the EXP breakdown is similar, right? It's just obviously converting currency. It's right.
Yeah, and well, in what sense?
Well, in terms of the splits, in terms of well, predominantly just the splits, right?
Yeah, the split here in Spain, because you guys are 80-20,
yeah.
It is, yeah. Here it's 75-25. I think Portugal's also 75-25. I think most European countries are 75-25.
Correct.
But
international is mainly 75-25.
But there are some brokerages that are 100%, right? The same as in the States.
Not EXP wise, right? Just in general.
In general.
In general.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I've never seen a 100% brokerage. In fact, I think, and I'm pretty confident in this. I think EXP is the only brokerage in Spain anyway that you can hit your cap and earn 100% after that, because
really?
I know many
you
other.
You have 1,000 people in your organization.
I know, right? I was just thinking that same thing. Like, dude, come on.
Just think about it though. It's like small town mindset in a country. So when you talk to people about the EXP model, I was like, how can you do business without an office? Blah blah blah. You know, it's very. Yeah. That's where my biggest challenge is. But
they need social proof first, and then they'll listen.
Yeah, well, and it's happening. The growth in Spain is great. The sales is increasing a lot from last year, over 60% over last year.
What's
that? Sales volume.
For EXP or in general?
For EXP Spain, just Spain.
Okay.
So every Monday, the country leader of Spain has a meeting at 1:00, and he goes over the numbers and stuff. So, which is cool. I love that about him. He's all statistics and stuff, and which is not what we had with the last country leader. So that was nice.
So,
but
so with respect to value add, I mean, it's not it shouldn't be a hard sell knowing what we know, right? Because the tools, systems, resources, collaboration. But just on surface level, it's not a hard sell, albeit the physical location. Because from an incentive or from a split perspective, you're the only ones doing 100%.
We do 100%. That being said, I think that agents in Spain aren't as productive as
they're always doing siestas and drinking Coronas and taking off September, October. Let me come over there. I'm coming over there. That's it. Book me a flight.
You could be our first.
Honey, we're moving.
Yeah.
Get the kids. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is
Never
here,
gonna have a siesta again. Bastards.
It's two things. One, the agent aren't as productive. So capping agents, I think we have this year like 6 in the whole of the country. We've never had an icon agent.
Isn't that crazy?
So that's one thing. So the cap here is 20,000 to EXP or 80,000.
US 20,000? You said the cap is US 20,000?
No, the cap is 20,000 euros to EXP. So that's 80,000 total. The 25% is the 20,000 that goes to EXP. Because you guys do it by what is it? 16? Is it 16?
16,000, right?
So here it's 20,000 euros.
So how many sales is that? Approximately.
Well, if you, I don't know, because the markets vary so much, it's difficult to tell. There's agents that on a sale they'll make like $2,000 or 1,500 maybe, because they're in small town markets, which is super common here, or country properties and stuff like that. And then you're in the big cities where they're maybe making like 5 or 6 on each transaction.
So they still, but even though you've got an agent that specializes in the big city, it's crazy to think that nobody icons.
Yeah. And it took long enough for us to start getting the cappers as well. That took a while. But so that on the one hand, productivity I think is an issue, but it's working on. Again, also, like as I said to Jason before, the average income in Spain I think floats around like 30,000 a year. So it's not a country that has a lot of high
they just live better lives and they're not as stressed, and
that's true, the quality of life
not
I think
bold, and they're 16 and they're really 48. Book me that ticket. I am gonna go
first class.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh Jesus. I tell you what I would be doing. I'd be getting freaking billboards and letting all of Spain know that you got 6 agents that are making 100% when they cap. I'd be letting the whole world know about that over that.
That's a good idea.
The first issue is that one, I think. Not many people are making as much money as they should be. The second one, and Jason knows, you probably know this as well. A lot of the agents here are not self-employed. So they work for a salary and they get a very small commission when they sell. Maybe like, I don't know, like 1% on top of their salary. I don't know.
Yeah. It's super common internationally.
Oh yeah, it's really common over here. So trying to get someone that sells a shit ton of homes, but to take them out of the fixed monthly income, even though they're going to make like 10 times more at EXP, they're afraid to let go of that and become
So then that's the problem.
That's the biggest
what percentage of the agents are salary based, do you think?
I think I really don't know. I would say about 1%.
What do you mean? Only 1% are salary based and 99% are commission based?
Oh no, sorry.
Vice versa, probably.
No. I thought you meant about what percentages are they making on top of their salary. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know.
That would be a great question.
That
how they
something
afford
like
to be a bunch of slackers.
Right. I got salary, so I'm gonna go drink some
Yeah,
Coronas,
sangria. That's
some
freaking
sangria and
$10.
Coronas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a siesta. I'm taking the whole month off. I'm still getting paid.
Yeah, that's it. It's a difficult mindset to get people out of over here. Is the
It's such a what we do. You know, Steve and I, we make daily calls, and we do it on a Zoom call. So me and him could see each other. We could hear each other. You know,
that's cool, yeah.
and so that way we could have it. And yesterday he was calling, you know, some big producers, and it was going really well. You know, had great conversations, but weren't getting appointments. And so that's where it's like, you got to look and tweak and focus on who you're talking to. And then it just becomes that numbers game. And it's the same with like out in Spain. You just have to find the right mindset of people that are willing to listen to say, hey, I don't necessarily need that salary, and I could build my business much better. Like you said, 10 times bigger. I've got enough money in the bank so I could live, build this, and take off even bigger and better. So.
Do you have any success stories, Ian, of anybody stepping out of that salary base or mindset and stepping into solely commission and winning?
Yeah.
Before you answer that question, this just in, revenue share just hit our bank accounts. Revenue share just hit our bank accounts. Just let you know. Just got a text. All right.
Hey,
Okay.
No, wait. Yours just goes into your bank.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have to do?
Where'd yours go? Under the mattress?
What
Under
do
the
you
mattress
get?
or what?
Pigeon? What do you wait for a pigeon to drop it off?
Pigeon. He's waiting for September. The September pigeon. Here he comes.
He's got a little EXP
Revshare for
jacket
August.
on. He flies over your house.
No, we get an email asking for they ask us to send them the invoice for the amount that they need to pay us. So it's not
Oh,
automatic.
that's awesome. Can you forward me that email next time? And
$1 million. $1 million.
With pleasure.
Yeah. I didn't know that yours was automatic. That's cool. I would much prefer that. I'll tell you what, EXP US, the agents have no idea how privileged they are with the stuff that you guys have.
Justak, I told you we were lucky.
Tools, CRM, everything. It's insane. And I know that a lot of agents don't realize, but yeah, it's I wish we had half of what you guys have.
I told you we were lucky not being able to take off September, October, November, working like slaves through the holiday season. See how lucky
missing birthdays, missing baseball games, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
USA.
That's it. Land of the free.
All right, so I've totally disrupted the question you had from Steve to Ian, so I apologize.
Sorry. It was if I had any success stories of people making the move. One of my best agents, in fact, one of EXP Spain's best agents, in Alicante, she worked with a brokerage before that just disappeared off the map, really. And yeah, she made the switch, and she was shocked by the amount of money that she now makes. In all fairness, a lot of the time when they come from a brokerage where they're on a salary, they're stuck to maybe one job in that office. For example, you work on, I don't know, like showing the properties. Yeah, you do rentals. You work on showing the properties with the buyers. You work on working with sellers, blah, 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 whatever else. So then she, for example, she came to EXP, and now she does everything. And she handles all of the paperwork, and and that was all done by someone else before. So yeah, she makes way more money, but she also has to put in a lot more work, which she's happy to do, obviously.
Let the world know about that.
Oh yeah, no, there's a bunch of success stories in that aspect, but it's just, well, you know what it is. It's that first step is always the scariest and the hardest.
Yeah, but it's life changing, right? Or they can get stuck in where they're at forever.
Yeah, exactly. So if we could If anyone could make the process easy, then we would all be Revshare masters by now. But
it helps me understand a little bit more about what goes on over there. My mother used to work at Cornerstone long time ago. I don't know if they're still in the UK. It was an estate agency in Wales. Cornerstone?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. She was, yeah. So they're all salaried, and then they get a lower split. Or they get, you said like 1%, something like that, right?
Yeah, well, that's in the UK, it's insane. I don't know how Adam Day does it. But even if you're self-employed, the commissions they make over there is 1 or 1.5%, whereas in Spain we're making like 5.
Yeah, jeez, I'm saying, right? So if you take off this thing at 1.5 and you work with a buyer, you're at 0.75 a piece or something.
Yeah, and the UK is like the best performing country internationally, and they have so many icon agents, so many cappers, and it's just, I don't know, it just makes me think, it's like, how is that?
Why don't you get with him? Why don't you get with him? Mastermind with him? Have you connected with him?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty pally with Adam.
Yeah.
I love these conversations because, and again, not everybody's interested in building revenue share or being that leader of it all.
Very
it's
few,
just, very few. But as an agent, it's like, hey, how can you better your own business? Yeah. And even like that, it's huge, to say, do I quit a salary position and make that jump? And it's hard, but you just have to dissect it, and you have to trust who you're talking to. If you're talking to Ian, he's been with the company for 5+ years now. You've got the support, you've got the leadership, you've got the systems. Jump in and grow. Don't be afraid. So
I think the who is a massive part of it. Huge part.
Who not how.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, who not how. Wonderful book.
You can have them all explained to you by two different people, and it seems like two different businesses. That's a huge part of it, I think.
Steve, before we get out of here, what's your goal for your direct team, your EXP organization? How big do you want to get? How do you plan to lead them?
My immediate goal for the downline is 50 by the end of the year.
Nice.
The goal for the team, I think at this juncture is I'm living in fear a little bit. So I think I'm going to step up and sign up with the Reside platform and grow the direct team. That's going to be a work in progress, but my goal is probably 30 to 40 team members, and just 700-800 transactions a year, no siestas. And just maybe grow the downline through production, because I'm not going to have time to do everything.
Yep.
But obviously making the dials, I'm just trying to grow in that attraction space and get better at it, because I've definitely got a long way to go in that arena.
Good. Hey,
yeah.
Is Jeff Willems your upline?
Yes, sir.
All right, so he's like a cousin to us, Ian. Seems like a cousin.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, cool.
Why? What's going on with you?
Willems is our upline too.
Right? Yeah, that's right.
Because he's 1, 2, 3 up from me, 4 up from Ian. Yeah. Where are you in his?
I don't know. I think I'm like 5 or 6.
Are you?
Yeah, I
remember. Steve, we would see each other at EXPCon in Willems' hotel room.
Yes.
Yeah, remember with that donkey in the room? I couldn't believe you. You were an animal, man. And we'll save that story for next time, because it was amazing.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's maybe for another platform as well.
Oh boy. Ian, nice to meet you, man.
Likewise, Steve. It's great to see you.
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks, fellas.
If I have anybody in Spain, I know who I'm calling. There you go. All right. Jay, I'll text you in a bit.
Awesome, guys. Hey, Steve, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me, gentlemen. Thank you for having me.
Hilarious.
See you guys.
All right, brothers.
I didn't realize that was Steve. I couldn't remember. Yeah, I remember him from the Builders.
From the
call.
Builders, yeah. That's where I knew you knew him. And,
Yeah.
I
always thought,
go ahead.
I just assumed he was in the UK or something.
With his accent and everything.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just assumed
He would crack me up every time he was in the Builders. He's like, "Hey, Frank. Hey, like, doesn't make sense." And he's sitting there in the camera just eating food.
Yeah.
Whoa, Frank. And I used to sit on those calls and I would just die laughing just from his mannerisms, the accent, everything. And so that's when he and I when we were being goofy at EXPCon, it was totally awesome. And then now we've been able to make those commitments to each other to make calls.
That's
And
cool.
we're doing it daily and we're trying to be better. But it's great when we're doing those video calls because he'll say a joke and I'll start laughing, but it helps me tear down the walls that I could be a little bit more jovial or joking just to have better conversations. And when you could tear down that wall, and whether it's an agent, whether it's a client, whether it's your own family, if you could tear down that wall to say inside, whether it's in your heart or in your mind, you're like, oh, something's there that's stopping me. But that laughter tears it down and it just opens up a door of communication. And that's where I enjoy making calls with him, because it's that. And then even when I'm getting no's and I'm getting hung up on and I'm getting forget yous, it's okay. It doesn't bother me at the least. And so that's, again, that's where I appreciate him for the things he does and just him being him. And, you click with those people and you're able to build things. So totally awesome.
Really cool. Great to have someone like that. It really is. That's cool.
Yeah. And then he's in the United States, so we have that, so that's where I dig it, man. And share some ideas and be able to grow.
Nice. I might reach out to Adam Day. Should we get him on here sometime? Just to
Let's do it.
Yeah. See what he's available and stuff. So sweet. Oh,
let's do that. I'd like to get Adam on. I'd like to get Felix on as well for future stuff.
Definitely.
So those guys would be cool. What were you going to say?
I wanted to let you know, because I'm keeping track of the people that came to my event that I did and the people that have joined. I'm currently at, so I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people invited.
9 invited.
9 people invited, 77% assistance rate, and I currently have 1, 2, 3 of the people that came have joined. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm almost at 50% conversion.
Huge.
So 7 people came. Oh no, sorry, 2 have joined. One's in the join process. So it's almost 50% conversion, which is really cool to see.
So you said nine were invited.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 were invited. 1, 2.
How many showed?
7.
Okay.
Good. 2 already joined, with another one in the join process.
So all those 7, 2 joined. Good.
Yeah.
And you've got a couple more?
And I have another one that's filled out the join app already, plus another one, and she is a superstar. She's going to do some awesome stuff. She's waiting until September because she left the brokerage she was at earlier this year. But she was just completely burnt out. Like, it ruined her. and she said, I'm taking months off. I'm not doing anything.
Wow.
So she said she was going to wait till September and then start again. So yeah, but she's awesome. She's been to like 2 events with me at EXP, and we've met for stuff. So yeah, she's
awesome.
Yeah, she's just waiting because she was pretty much crazy after the last brokerage because she did so much. She did so much. She sold so much. We did the numbers, and she saw how much she'd paid to her broker, and yeah, she'll be joining in September, hopefully. So
good.
Cool. That's cool. But if nothing.
Dude, that's huge numbers. I mean, with a 50% rate, I don't know anybody else that's getting that. So my question to you is, man, when are you putting the next event on? I mean, that's a huge, to have 7 people there, 4 joining. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, my plan was September, but it's gone off with everything that I've got going on and stuff. So yeah, we'll see. There's like, I got family stuff going on too. Like, I got crazy stuff going on with the family. One of my grandmothers is ill. She got cancer in both lungs. She's 90, and just in the last month or so, she's really gone downhill. In fact, my parents have just gone back to Scotland now to be with her, just because they think it's probably going to be the last time. So I got that, and then I honestly, like, and this is not to put a downer on the conversation or anything, but there's so much cancer in my family, it's scary. Currently there's like 5 family members that have it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 2 are dying. The rest should be okay, but I don't know. It's just, my wife's like, you better look after yourself. I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Hey,
I hear beer gets rid of a lot of cancer, so
I should be completely
just what I hear. I don't know if it's a fact. I don't know if it's fiction. It's what I hear, you know.
If that's the case, yeah, I'll probably live to about 150 or something, so it should be okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, it is, man. You know, God bless you guys and your family, you know, with all that, and your grandmother too. So
it's all that, and the home situation and stuff. It is the events has just been put to the back of my mind.
It is, and remember to control what you can. I mean, just like the house, like we were starting at the beginning, you were only able to see 1 out of 3. You know, and now you don't know. So don't let something in that case, like the housing, you don't know. You're kind of, hey, I got to figure it out, which you will figure it out. But when is that? Is it in a day? Is it in 6 months? Is it in a year? Who knows? But that you will figure that out. I know that. But don't let the momentum stop from these events.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
You've got something hot, brother. You've got it hot. And so that's where, if you're getting a 50% rate, how much time is it taking you to do that? Where even like you said, hey, coming off that weekend, you didn't have much, but could you have been planning that event, you know, to get that next step? Or is it just an hour a day to plan that event?
Yeah, it's true. There's
you know, because don't lose that vision. You want to get your numbers up. You've got a moneymaker right there in that event. You nailed it. You loved it. The people loved it. It's got results. Put in the work, and you know, if you had 4 September, October, November, December, that's 16 agents.
Right.
Additionally, you would bring over.
Yeah.
In the next 4 months by the end of the year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So think of that, you know, and again, look into your numbers. How does that affect you? So use that as your why of what was able to help you move that needle. And yes, we are going to have these hurdles with life and everything that comes in, families, sicknesses. It's going to happen. And I'm going to ask you to do the same thing when I'm in your shoes, because I understand where you're at, man. And I get it. Do your best to push yourself and say, hey, all right, I'm going to commit to September. Do the end of the month. You know, that gives you 40-ish days from today.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I can do that.
And make it happen. And I would just duplicate everything you do. I'd go to the same venue. I'd go to the same everything. Make it simple so you could duplicate it super easy. You just invite 10 people, and then there it goes. Yeah.
That's it.
You've already got the first one. The first one's always the hardest.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would
because it's the unknown. Now you just better. So now I'm going to push you. So in the next 7 days, let me know. I'm going to see what you come up with.
See where we go. Okay.
Yeah.
I can work on some stuff.
All right.
It happened. Cool. No, I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, brother. Let's get out of here, man. Hey, good to see you.
Likewise. Great call today.